Okay, so in this video, I will be creating a giant Hiver army and take the world of Kenshi by storm. How I will be doing this today is by a friendly kidnapping operation of the population of the Western Hive Empire. I hope you enjoy this video and let's get started. Okay, so we're back where we left it off. So I had found these slave traders that are selling prisoner shackles for $0, or 0 cats I should say. Which is something that's very good because we can use these for strength training. Now for the strength training I actually need bodies. The reason for this simply is if you hold a body and you go ahead and walk with it whilst you're over encumbered, that's the way you make the most amount of strength XP. Well, I've found this unconscious guy from the Shinobi Thieves and I can use this guy. So I already had a body for Prince Fawn, so he could strength train very good. But this guy also had a very nice backpack, as you can see. Since there were laying so many people unconscious everywhere, I went ahead and sold some people into slavery for a quick buck. I also saw this group of hivers just chilling in a circle at the United Cities. And also found a body to strength train with Snoop a little. I also had some kind of stupid plan to fight this guy in his own house. Nothing can go wrong, right? Right? I mean, I'm also gonna send Bobby down here, so it's a 2v1, there's nothing that can go wrong. Well, fuck me, man. And the worst part is, Bobby is slowly dying. And when I say slowly, I actually mean extremely fast. I've sent Snoop over here as fast as possible, but I don't think it's possible. This is honestly a race against the clock. You can just see it ticking down. As soon as it reaches -100, Bobby is dead. Just please be fast enough, Snoop. I mean, at the moment he's pretty close, but I just don't know if Snoop is fast enough or not. Wait, maybe this guy will heal me. Okay, maybe not. Snoop is now at the entrance, but the HP is going down so fast. Okay, I have to heal him right away. Okay. And there it is. This is honestly a giant setback and I can't believe this happened. Only because we wanted to fight someone in his own home whilst it was a 2v1. At the moment I was just devastated. I just lost my first recruit. And it was to something that should have never happened in the first place. This just absolutely sucks. I mean, at least Prince Fawn is alive, but he's unconscious. After that devastating loss, I sold someone into slavery for good luck. Oh yeah, and of course for the money. But at the moment there was no unconscious body or dead body on the ground somewhere I could use for strength training. So like any other sane person, I used one of my, let's just say deceased comrades. I mean, he wouldn't mind. Okay, maybe this is a little bit fucked up. Here, a little strength training compilation of using my dead friend. Now, after that refreshing workout, Prince Fawn is almost up again. And if my day couldn't be even better, the gate sergeant is extorting me for 2,000 cats. That's just fucking insane if you ask me. I don't know what added this and if it was in the game always, but maybe it's a mod or something? I don't know, I have way too much small mods to count. And the funny thing is, this is not the exception. This shit happens way too much. I also said hello to these racist slavers again. You know, I think we're actually starting to become buddies. 2 fucking minutes later and here I am getting extorted again. And after paying they even beat me up still. Yeah, that's nice, man. These guys are jerks. I tried to have Prince Fawn help out, but he also got knocked unconscious. Now we were wanted for something and I tried to save everything by putting everything in a backpack. Needless to say, they also took away the backpack and I could not buy it back. And that's not even the worst part. They forgot about Snoop. So Snoop is out there slowly dying. At this point I was practically praying for Snoop to get picked up and thrown in jail. Because that way he at least doesn't die and gets healed up. I had lost all hope, but then I saw them pick up Snoop. Oh, thank God, man. I think I might have just given up if they just let Snoop to die out there. But the most fun is not even here. The fun I have right now is waiting out the timer. Yay! And fun was out. Let's stop goofing around and actually get something started. I started training my thievery by continuously dropping and then picking up stolen items to gain some thievery experience. I did this until I remembered I still have a fuck ass limb that gives me minus 80 penalty to thievery. So all of this was almost worthless. Well, not worthless, but just at the time not very valuable. But the for now worthless skill is actually at 24, which is pretty nice. Another cool thing I saw was these hivers splitting up. The rangers going to relax and the others are patrolling the town, which I think is pretty cool. I bought a hat and sold another person into slavery. And another one. And another one. Tried to steal from a bookstore but forgot about my fuck ass limb. And I also couldn't cheese it in any other way. But then luck was finally on my side. Because I saw this huge pile of damage numbers. There must be something big happening over there. And I was right. There wouldn't have been any other faction better to have clashed with the United States for me. It was the Hivers. Probably the same faction before that was relaxing, that got in a fight. Probably at a bar or something. If I played this right, I could have 2 new extremely good companions with me. Because if you didn't know, in Kenshi you can actually imprison a lot of characters and actually recruit them to your faction. And some of these hivers were actually really big veterans with extremely good stats. So I picked one up, but then saw these packed beasts. Please have some loot in it. And they had. It was extremely much. 25 research books. Those things are very expensive and can sell for a lot of money if I want to. It was so much, in fact, I couldn't even take everything with me. Only the most expensive stuff. After picking up all the loot from that dying carcass. Carcass? Can a carcass? Isn't the carcass already dead? Well, never mind. I also picked up another hiver, the second one. And dropped him like 5 seconds later, realizing his stats weren't that good. And it was a way better one laying on the ground. After just 2 minutes of my time, I went from 2.7k all the way up to 23k. Damn. Now I can finally splash some cash around and make some prisoner cages to put these new hiver companions in. I mean, I say companions, but it's not really like they have a choice. After buying this outhouse, I kind of realized that it was even too small for some prisoner cages, so I went ahead and bought another one. And in this house there was luckily enough place for prisoner cages. So now that the caravan drones were in their voluntary imprisonment, it was just a matter of time before they woke up and joined my grand empire. So, the first one woke up and I gave him the grand name of Caravan Drone, because someone forgot to name him. Okay, so since this guy still has a bounty, I've put him in jail to wait out his time. I tried to get the bounty too, but that didn't really work. There was no one I could turn him in with. But since the death of Bobby, I'd rather just play it safe and not try to fuck up the whole, let's say the whole series, because it's actually going pretty good right now. I also did some strength training with Prince Vaughn and the unconscious Hiver, because why not? I had to wait a pretty long time for him to wake up. And as if I didn't learn from my previous mistakes, I tried to fight with some random citizens. This time I was actually committing a crime, so that's even worse. I mean, I was doing pretty alright until some samurai guards came barging in. What I would be without the consequences of my actions. I don't know, maybe actually progressing? So I was walking around for some strength training when I saw this another dead Hiver Garu. And oh my, this guy had another mother load of stuff that could be sold for extremely much. And those resources are very nice. But my backpack was totally full, so I went to a store to buy some backpacks. And I also sold some stuff I had in my inventory I didn't need. I also bought some maps, and to be honest, later on, some of these places I've unlocked, or for the map I mean, are extremely nice. For example, the Western Hive. All of these villages are gonna be a key point for me to create a grand army. Caravan drone was actually enslaved, but luckily his speed is very good, so he could outrun those guys. I made him hide in this little shack over here we bought before and take off his shackles over there. Now back to the Garu, and I could pick up everything since this large backpack is really good at carrying stuff. A little while later, the other caravan drone was also awake. This time I chose to customize him a little bit and make him very big, because I thought that would be pretty cool to have an extremely large Hiver soldier. And now then, and guess what I named him? I forgot to name this stupid idiot too. After that I went on a little strength training spree with Prince Vaughn and Caravan Drone. And Caravan Drone was on the back of Caravan Drone, not confusing at all. But I think I need to find a doctor to change their name somewhere in the future, because I'm definitely gonna be confused by this. Whilst training I found this other Hiver over here that was a drifter that was a bit, easy to catch. And Snoop was released from prison, finally. And about that lone Hiver, let's just say I went on a friendly shooting spree. But to be honest, this was a win-win. A new recruit, and I've got some crossbow experience from this. And it was all friendly, so no problems. We put our friend in voluntary confinement until he was ready to join us. Whilst waiting for a friend to become conscious, I actually found another Hiver in the bar. I was also searching for a new home, since the old one is getting pretty cramped and only has cages. And I found this residential that was pretty cheap, only like 24k or something, whilst all the other buildings with the same size were like 60k. I did some renovations and everything is settled in. For now I made Prince Vaughn the scientist, but in the future I want to give someone else that role, since I do not want to give the main character a role as scientist. In the meantime, I made some money off of scavenging all the people that were fighting. Amongst those people were some sand ninjas with these beautiful guardless katanas, who I'm definitely gonna use. I also bought a Garu named Scooby, since those guys are very good for carrying lots of weight, and I want to move homes somewhere in the future, since I don't think the future is in the United Cities, but way closer to the Western Hive. I went to check on that other Hiver and he was finally awake. So, we now have Dr. Dre in the squad too. I think I'm gonna make this guy the main scientist, so that Prince Vaughn can do his little adventures. I went to check on the headquarters and found Emperor Tengu in there, and I could speak to him. He had some sort of quest for me, I guess, I don't know. But he was just fucking with me. He didn't even take me seriously, and all of his commanders and sergeants were just laughing at me, in my face. I don't think I can forgive this that easily. After that embarrassing moment, I went and just stole everything from their headquarters. But the most valuable stuff were in chests, and to do that I needed more thievery, so that's what I was training right here. Okay, my hands were becoming numb, but I'm finally at 60 thievery, and that's almost enough for everything, since I can now pick everything up for 100%, unless I'm right next to someone. As you can see, the most expensive stuff is found in chests. So I would not call this a waste of time to train my thievery, since I can always keep on using this character for thievery. I think it's pretty nice. This is where I ended up with. I mean, it's pretty alright. I'd say to the right buyer it's like 15k or something. I also sent Caravan Drone off to World's End to sell those stuff, since we cannot sell the Emperor stuff inside of his own city, because we would definitely get caught that way. I put some more researchers in the queue. One thing I never really knew is that there was this much holy nation that close to the United Cities. I mean, I also didn't really read that good, because Okran's Valley and Arm of Okran, that would be pretty logical if I just thought about it, but never knew that before. So in the future, if I need to scavenge for some big battles, maybe I can come here. Arriving at World's End, I went ahead and sold everything, and we're now up to 13k. Another thing is I went to go exercise a little bit in thievery, which in the end helped me gain a lot of money and a lot of good weapons and armor. In the end I walked away with 22k. The reasoning for that is because I could steal my old stuff back again and then resell it back to the same vendor. Here is a peek at all the equipment I stole, which is definitely an upgrade as to what I had before, for I think every hiver. The wandering western hiver traders and the United Cities are very much still fighting, and I think this is a great opportunity for me to gain some formidable warriors, like both of my caravan drones over here. And also those caravan bosses can become some rangers for me. I think I'm gonna recruit a huge amount of them, and then I'll come back to you. And if there's something interesting in between, like unconscious garus with a lot of money or something, I'll also show that. For example, this guy over here, it's a lot of great stuff again. I also made 3 more storage boxes, one for hemp, one for wheat, and one for cactus, since these hiver traders keep on bringing me more. And another unconscious garu. I finally bought Prince Fawn a real skeleton arm. It's a masterwork too. It's the best of the best. It's really nice. 170 HP. I don't think he's gonna get damaged on that arm very soon, or at least at a lethal rate. So here's the grand review of the army I am making. I have a lot of swarm claws and also some hive piercers, at least that's the names I am giving them. Swarm claws are gonna be melee units and hiver piercers are just gonna be crossbowmen. Oh yeah, and they're in cages because I wanna wait out their bounty before letting them free. Though I am going to end it off here. I hope you enjoyed, and if so, leave a like and maybe even subscribe if you feel like it. And part 3 is already in the making, and yeah, have a nice day.